It appears I've done quite the book shopping this last month. Hello, my name is Jasmine and I post primarily book and TV show content. Occasionally, I step out of the norm. It includes such as like nail stuff. Did this set recently. Ooh, big fan. Insert a picture so you can see it better. But I have done some book shopping of a couple of different places for a couple of different things. And I wanted to talk about it for a bit. You're probably seeing this in like the middle of May, but let's start with the first thing I got. If you're new here, hi, hello, welcome. If you've been here before, you might have heard of the book club that a couple of my friends and I decided to start and then like kind of neglected. Well, so our March book pick, yes, March, was Tender as the Flesh. But here's the thing. Did I buy it in March? No, I didn't. I got it towards the end of April. That's how we introduce our first stack of books. I put an order for BookOutlet in which I got Tender as Flesh. It's an international sensation about a dystopian world in which humans are being processed for food and society is divided into predators and prey. It also is a book that is on my May TBR from this video, and I've also heard nothing but great things. It's like horror dystopian. It's supposed to be very disturbing. I look forward to this. The topic of dystopians, well, this book came into my space because I started hearing a lot of things about it in the sense of, did this predict the future? And by predict the future, I mean predict the present day. This is Parable of the Sower by Octavia E. Butler. It came out in like the 90s, but goes into a 2020 world in which there is like climate change and forest fires in California. It's like political unrest, economic crisis, and to that I say, ho, is you a psychic? I've heard it is a wonderful read. I've also heard it's a very heavy read considering the current circumstances we are under. So I really want to read this, but also another part of me is like, can I handle it mentally right now? Up for debate. And I saw it on BookOutlet and I was like, I will want to read this eventually, so like, let me get it. Next, I got Bloodmarked, which is book 2 in the Legend-Born Cycle series. I have not read the first one. I had promised myself this year that I wasn't going to buy extra books in the series without having read them, but I did, because I genuinely believe that I'm going to love this. And also, I had been putting it off because book 3 was coming out, and my dumbass thought it was a trilogy, so I was like, I'll read it when the trilogy is complete. It's not a trilogy. It is, in fact, not a trilogy. But I do want to read this sometime very soon. Perhaps June, July seems like great time to get in here. I haven't had a fantasy book that I like truly loved recently, so I'm digging into this. I promise. And because it is book 2, I genuinely don't know what this book is about. It says some bargains are rooted in blood, and I don't want to read the back further from there because again, I have not read book 1. The last book I have here from BookOutlet is One True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I have only ever read Taylor Jenkins Reid's like Hollywood series, I guess you could call it. That is like Daisy Jones, Evelyn Hugo, Malibu Rising, and there's a fourth book there. Carrie Soda's back. I loved 3 out of the 4. So we're batting 750, you know? Like that's great. This book I actually think is really fascinating. It is high school sweethearts, but he ends up going missing one day and she like grieves, she moves on, and then boom, he's found. But she's already with some other guy. So it's like the thought of that. It was very much giving like Jane the Virgin season 5. Now, I don't think I've talked about Jane the Virgin on here before, but I loved it. It was my favorite show once upon a time. I was never Team Michael, I'm sorry. So when he comes back, is this a spoiler? This show ended like fucking 6 years ago. Whatever. I was pissed. I was so annoyed. I stopped watching the show. I, to this day, have never finished it. I have seen the finale, but I did not watch everything after Jason returns because I thought it was fucking stupid. So I'm hoping this will change my mind on that trope. I wonder who I will root for here. Will it be Jesse or will it be Sam? I guess I'll find out soon. My next 2 books I got from Blackwell. So Blackwells is a UK-based company that does sell and ship books to the US, except for a period of time in which they didn't. And I was really sad because I did not buy the books that I wanted to. And then when it got announced that they were opening up the US market again, I was like, I need to get on this. So I did, okay? First, I got Magnolia Parks because I love these covers so much more than the US book covers. I think those are so good. And you'll be proud because I did exhibit self-control and only bought the first book, okay? I've heard this is toxic, this is messy. People say it is like Gossip Girl in the UK. I did not like Gossip Girl, so that makes me a little bit worried. But I feel like people who love this tend to love other series that I also love, so it made sense to me in my head. Okay, again, if you see my May TBR, she may or may not make an appearance. The other book that I got was Say You'll Remember Me by Abby Jimenez, because I wanted the paperback version, because I can't with the hardcover. Whoever decided, it was the companies wanting to make money, let's be honest, but whoever decided to make romance books come out in hardcover as opposed to paperback, we have beef. We have beef, because how can I have every single one of our books in paperback and then have this one in hardcover? It just feels wrong. Is it smaller than the others? Yeah, but at least it's still paperback, okay? The premise for this is that they go on a date and it's like the best thing ever, but she has to move across the country to take care of her ill mother. So like they have to either make it work or break it off, but it's that idea of like no amount of distance or time is nearly enough to forget something between them. The only thing better than one perfect memory is to make a life or even a love worth remembering. This has very conflicting opinions by the masses. People absolutely hated this book. So I've been worried about reading it, but you know what? Again, when Blackwell says we're shipping to the US again, I did have to bite the bullet and get it. Next one is a special edition of a book I already own, but I absolutely love. And It Happened With Summer by Tessa Bailey. Look at this ink inside the hardcover. I love this shade of blue and I love this book. I would say that I would give this book the credit for making me into reading as an adult again, because it's the first book that I read out of college. Finished it in under 24 hours. I absolutely ate it up. I truly haven't stopped reading since. And like, did I read other books as an adult while in college? Yeah, but like nothing like truly like tied me in. And I think had I read a different book and not one that I loved so much, I probably would not be making this video right now. I probably would not have books upon books in my home. It would not be like 25 books in this year. So I couldn't not get it. Okay, this is for me. I love her dearly. And I actually really want to read this book. I'm thinking maybe in the summer perhaps, but I'm also really worried because I'm like, what if I don't love it the way I did then? I don't know, but she's gorgeous. I then here have two books that I also can't wait to read. You see, I had a very hard time reading at the beginning of this year, and I feel like a lot of it was because I was trying to get myself to read stuff that I was like, oh, I think you'll like this, or like just reading books that I already owned, and I was like, well, you should read that, you should read that. But here's the thing, okay, I haven't felt that like this book completely changed my life moment in a while. Like The Favorites kind of gave me that a little bit, but like I feel like I need that, constantly chasing like that 5-star feeling book. And like I truly think that this will give it to me. It is Binding and Keeping 13 by Chloe Walsh, the Boys of Tommen series. The 6th book, something like that, comes out soon. I think by the time this video is up, it probably is already out. It follows a group of rugby players and like their circle in Ireland. Yes, I said that the found family is amazing, that the characters are great, and I want something that completely like consumes me, and I think these have the power to do that. And yes, I did buy book 1 and book 2 because I've also heard that once you finish book 1 you like want to get into book 2, so I was like, I might as well. So the next one I need to go grab scissors for, BRB. So Amazon was having their like Prime Day specials a while ago. Like, I honestly forgot that I ordered this until I saw it the other day. And I do try and mostly succeed at not buying my books from Amazon, but this one I believe I got for like $6 and I couldn't pass it up. And it was Kristin Hannah's The Nightingale. I have bought Kristin Hannah books used for more expensive than this, so I was like, you know what? $6 is $6. I'll go buy 2 books at an indie bookstore to balance it out. It follows 2 sisters during World War II. And I tried reading this a couple years ago. I had the audiobook version, like I had like gotten it from the library. And I never finished it. I don't remember why, but I also remember not getting very far into it. I genuinely have no memory of it. I do expect to cry. I do expect for it to absolutely wreck me. Oh, I just realized this is like 3D. How nice. Yeah, I can't wait for this book to absolutely destroy me. But something about it gives me like fall/winter vibes. So I think I'm gonna wait a little bit till I read this. If it is not angsty, do not want it. And there's other ones. These books are from Kandi Steiner. I got a TikTok of her promoting these on her website. Oh, they come with stuff to wait on. A sticker and a bookmark, it looks like. So these are from her sports romance series. I did get the discreet covers. She was having a sale where it was like this bundle. They came signed for like $25. That is crazy good deal. Or was it 20? I don't remember. It doesn't say. It's a sticker. If it ain't angsty, I don't want it. Bookmarked that has all her books. She's also the author of A Love Letter to Whiskey, which I know is like, I think, her most popular book. But these I have had my eye on for a while. And this little yay for book mail. Thank you for your order. Hope you have the best day today. Hope you have the best day today. Guys, these are officially my first set of like signed books by an author. So I will like deeply cherish these. Let me tell you about The Fair Catch. This book one. From my knowledge at least. These are set in college. This is Brother's Best Friend. But The Blind Side is the one I have been wanting to read for so long. It is a fake dating trope and I can't wait. I love fake dating. People say this is like The Deal by Al Kennedy and I absolutely love that book. So I absolutely will be loving this. Again, this, oh my god, I'm just so excited. Of course they're going to make a rule list a la All the Boys I've Loved Before. And I get so giddy. As they say, rules are meant to be broken. They probably should have added that hearts are too. I want to get on these soon. I will tell you how they went once I do. The last thing I have here is from Book of the Month, and I honestly wasn't gonna pick anything this month, and then I realized that I would be becoming a BFF. And also, one of the perks of being a BFF is that you get an extra book for your birthday month. Well, my birthday month is June, so I was like, ooh, I might need to get on it. So I did some looking around, I did some investigating, and something that caught my eye, because I went on TikTok and looked up the book titles as one does to see ARC reviews, and everyone kept talking highly about this little dystopian book. Dystopian romance, if you will. Silver Elite. And this is the special edition. Oh, that's pretty. There's like blue in there and silver. Ooh, that's pretty. This is a special edition. I think it was like $3 extra or something like that. So the last couple of days, because this book just came out, people have been like, it actually sucks. So now I'm worried, now I'm concerned. Is it gonna suck? Because I was really looking forward to it. In the first book of a sizzling dystopian romance series, psychic gifts are a death sentence, and there are rules to survival. Trust no one, lie to everyone, and whatever you do, don't fall for your greatest enemy. My name is Wren Darlington. I have been hiding who I am my entire life. Today will be no different. So she's a psychic trying to hide her psychic abilities because psychics are like not allowed in this world or viewed as the enemy. Something to that sort. It's kind of giving like the opposite of Powerless, and I did not like Powerless, so I hope to land for this. Ooh, fun reflective sheen. Because I did become a BFF, I did feel something in the box, but I chose not to look at it. I will be looking at it now. It is my tote bag. Ooh, it comes with another bookmark. This one's red. Book of the Month BFF, the mark of a true BFF. Get an exclusive tote bag. Celebrate your birthday month with a free book credit. Choose a free Book of the Year finalist each year. And here's my tote. There she is. She is a great size. And there's space for your book. Here, let's put her in. This at the beach. Oof. I have a beach tote. I'm ready. I will, in fact, be carrying her around. I love it. Like I said, next month is my birthday month. So I can look forward to my extra book. Does it have a zipper? What did I hear? No, it's no zipper. I don't know what I heard. Oh, and the inside. Yeah, there is a little pocket. That was that. A lot of great reads. A lot of very exciting reads. If you have read any of these books and absolutely adore them, please let me know which one and be like, hey girl, you need to get on this one ASAP. Because again, I'm just like dying for that 5-star feeling again. And I could see a couple of these being 5-star. Honestly, maybe I'm crazy, but I see probably half, if not more, having 5-star potential. 5-star potential. 5-star potential, and if not 5-star potential, I could see a book later in the series having 5-star potential. Maybe. Again, if not this book, definitely at least one book in the series. Yes, but in a very jarring way. Again, possibly, but in a very disturbing way. I don't know about her anymore, but maybe another book in the series. Again, these, I'm looking at you, Blindside. I've already read this, and she was in fact 5 stars. In a heartbreaking way. Yeah, 5-star potential. And again, 5-star potential, if not both, probably one, if not one of these, one in the later series. Really, I don't see myself disliking any of these books. I don't see myself giving any of these less than 4 stars. So I'm very excited. And with that, I won't take this apart because I'm scared it's gonna fall. That feels safer. Okay, have a great day. Have a wonderful week. I will see you next time. Bye.